Hello, fabulous superstar Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of September 2023. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. Boy, is this a very special time. It will be on the 15th of the month that we will have this month's new moon. And this new moon is a very fortunate energy. It is speaking in supreme harmony with some big players in the sky, including Jupiter, Uranus, and also Pluto as well. And it's also standing across the sky from Neptune. What this does is it sets up a larger, supremely harmonious configuration that astrologers call a kite formation. And this holds tremendous promise and potential. But it does require balancing different energies and being careful about wasting our energy as well, where it is that perhaps we're chasing a dream and missing out on the real potential of what could be right in front of us to work towards, to focus on, and to make manifest. Now, for you, it is this new moon that is taking place at the foundation of your chart, having to do with your past, your living situation, and your family of origin, your parents in particular. New moons bring with them new opportunities. So if it is that you're hoping to buy, sell, or attract a new roommate, what I would say is new beginnings on that front are absolutely possible. The same day we get Mercury in the same part of the sky going direct. So yes, those types of new beginnings can happen. However, where you do want to be mindful is to balance your options and to weigh out what factors really matter to you, because there may be some need to compromise on some fronts. In particular, I'm thinking about compromise related to either your career or related to your higher responsibilities in some way. So understanding what you can do, what your responsibilities are, that could include financially as well, and where you are right now. And that can help you to make the choices and make the decisions of what it is that's going to change and where it is that you might end up. If it is that you're hoping to be with and be present with your family of origin, recognizing what's yours to take on and what isn't might be part of the lesson of this time. Balancing different needs might be part of this energy. If it is that you're looking at your past, there may be strong emotion and a real need to forgive, but you can make tremendous gains now of feeling free from regret, but also open to greater possibility. So you can see here, there's so much potential and promise here. You likely are going to feel that much more grounded, filled with hope. But what you do want to be careful with is heightened expectations. For all that though, home-based businesses, working from home, very blessed at a time like this in terms of granting you greater opportunity and aligning you with greater wealth than you knew before as well. Now, navigating forward, it is going to be the 29th of the month that we have this month's full moon. And this is a powerful full moon, I have to say. It is all the feels. And for you, it is happening in a part of the sky that has to do with friendships and group alliances. It has to do with social events, but also your participation in professional group endeavors, in things like support groups, wherever it is that you're gathering with others, conferences, networking events, all of that is covered here. And so this part of the sky outside of who you know can also connect to the hopes and wishes that you have for your life. This full moon is hand in hand with Chiron. That's what makes it tricky. That connection with Chiron is all the feels, it's all the vulnerability, it's so much emotion stirring. And if it is that you are attending any kind of social events or functions or gatherings in general at this time, well, there might be some experiences there that do make you aware of your own vulnerabilities in some way or have you feeling exposed. Not necessarily comfortable energy, but the potential is there to get honest about how you feel about a particular group dynamic or about a particular person as well. This could be a real turning point where it comes to a key friendship, Either this energy is going to bring you that much closer to another person, help you to feel that much closer in terms of your friendships and feel like this is a healing presence in your life, or it's going to be some realization that, this person isn't necessarily supporting the direction I'm going, supporting my higher healing. And that could be a sign for you that you may be ready to shift gears a little bit and go in a different direction. When you're looking at your hopes and wishes that you have for your life, those lofty aims, a part of you may be feeling as if there's more you need to heal to get there, or it may be a feeling of your own insecurities arising to the surface. This is a full moon, and full moons get us honest about how we feel about a given matter. But a full moon also allows healthy closures to take place. And where you're putting doubt and insecurity behind you, that's where you're using this energy that much more to your advantage. Now, where it comes to matters of love, I do want to focus in on the Venus retrograde season. We are at a key turning point here, quite literally. It is on the 3rd or 4th of the month, depending on where you are on the planet, that Venus officially goes direct. And as Venus goes direct, in an instant, you may see the last couple of months in love very differently and very quickly at that. If you think back, it was the 20th of June that Venus went into shadow. The 23rd of July went retro. Now, at the beginning of this month, standing still in the sky and going direct. This is that moment of realization. But it is at that full moon as we go late into the month, hours within that full moon, that we get an exact connection of Venus and Uranus. That is a key characteristic of this larger Venus retrograde season. The third and final time as part of the season that those two planets are going to connect. It will be next month, the 9th of October, when Venus leaves shadow. The larger retrograde season is over. And so you do really want to watch what's playing out for you, especially at the very beginning of the month, but especially what pops up out of nowhere once you navigate later in the month and towards the end under the light of that full moon. The fact that the full moon and Venus square Uranus happen almost simultaneously, it does suggest that a friend or you being at some social event is involved in some truth that comes forward. In fact, it is Venus square Uranus that speaks to some surprise, especially a love or romance related surprise that really needs some scrambling to adjust to it in some way. Venus has spent this entire Venus retrograde season in a part of the sky for you that has to do with communication and what you're talking about, what you're hearing, and synchronicity, being in the right place at the right time. But what the right place, right time is doesn't necessarily mean a place and time that feels easy and harmonious and light and breezy. This is about the truth. And the more it is that perhaps you haven't seen the truth, the more it is that it feels like you're brought back into alignment with what it is that you may need to understand. For those of you open to meeting someone new, what a remarkable time this can be. Now, the opportunity to connect with new people is likely going to just find you. Especially watch what takes place in the first days of this month. I feel like someone that you might have had your eye on, someone that you thought something could transpire with. Chances are you're likely to hear something or run into them near home in some way or in your neighborhood. And it really helps you to understand whether or not there is potential here with this person. For all that, though, I do think there may be romantic surprises for you, unexpected, that seem to pop up out of nowhere, especially as we move towards the end of the month and especially in social events. For those of you just starting to date someone, I think out of nowhere information can come forward, and it really is what this person just says, kind of blurts out, or maybe what you say rather casually, and the way that they respond to it. It's almost like that moment tells you everything that you need to know. Chances are that moment finds you in the first days of this month. However, and for all that, it really is towards the end of the month that there's this important turning point set to take place. in the context of a social situation in particular, that's really when some truth emerges. It may or may not have to do with them. It may have to do with the opinion a friend has about what's happening with you romantically, or it may be what you're realizing while you're in a social situation, very likely with this person. But it's almost like in an instant, some penny drops. You understand whether or not this person is someone that you want to navigate forward with. This turning point could be very all or nothing. For those of you in an established bond, what a remarkable time this can be. Now, if it is that you live with this person or want to live with this person, do watch the energy mid-month around that new moon. That could be new perspectives, new understandings with this person that you love. A key conversation can really help put the two of you on the same page. But as we navigate late into the month, I would say if you are somebody who has questioned whether or not you're in the right relationship for you, what that's about and what your answer is, I feel like in an instant, it likely is going to become very clear. Now, it might involve a friend, it might involve a social situation, it might involve just something they say very casually and off the cuff. The moment may take you aback or not, but it helps clarify for you very quickly what your own feelings have been about, especially for the last few months over the course of the Venus retrograde season, and what, if anything, what has transpired is going to mean for the two of you navigating forward from here. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a valuable and meaningful astrological moment. I am going to say I love the energy of that new moon. What a lovely energy it is. It is a kite formation. It is a big, bold, beautiful new moon energy. And I feel like that new moon is going to help you to feel in new ways, well rooted right where you are. This could be a chance for a new home or new changes in your living situation. It could also be a brand new chapter in your relationship with your family of origin. But ultimately, this is about you knowing that you are home in ways that bring renewal and happiness as well. Well, thank you so much for watching. September 1st is my 17-year anniversary as a full-time astrologer. And every year I have a 24-hour biggest sale of the year over on my website, NadiyaShah.com. Make sure you're following me on social media. Every 6 hours, we launch incredible once-a-year discounts. I hope you absolutely love them. And thank you for your love and support all these years. Now, if you want to know and you want to get a video just like this one each and every week for each and every sign, log on to NadiyaShahSuperstars.com, where you get expanded exclusive video scopes for all signs for as low as just $3 a month with choose your membership rate. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.